Hey, everybody, it's Darren Burt from HQ Magazine with another episode of Behind the Scenes Live. Thank you for joining us today. I know there's a lot going on, but we really enjoy having you guys with us, and we enjoy bringing you the faces and the names and stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like the title of the show, in the cannabis industry and in the smoke shop industry, especially. And Alan Stein is our guest today. He is the co-founder, right, Alan?
Yeah, you bet. My wife and
Co-founder of the Power Hitter Co.
That's us.
And what in the heck is the Power Hitter?
I'll tell you everything. I love the Power Hitter, obviously. And back in the 1970s, the legendary Power Hitter was the quickest and easiest and most fun way to extract the maximum potential from a joint. It was an amazing product. So I got turned on to the Power Hitter back in the 80s when I was in college. Well, when I was supposed to be in college. I was at a Grateful Dead show in the parking lot, and one of my close friends' older brother had one of these things, and he turned me on to it. And it kind of blew me away. It was fun and easy to use. So what you do is you unscrew the cap, and there's a special holder in there. So you can take your pre-roll or your joints and put them in there firmly, and you can light them up. Get it nice and cherry. Then you simply screw it back onto the bottle. Now, on the back of it is a little carb hole. So when you cover the carb hole and you squeeze the bottle, it shoots out a steady stream of smoke. There it goes. It's like shotgunning a hit.
So it's shotgunning it. How much is that eating up of the roll, of the pre-roll?
Not much at all. Not much at all. What's cool about the Power Hitter, all the smoke stays inside of the bottle. So any of the smoke that comes out is going right into your lungs. So it's a great way to conserve your smoke. And because it's in there, you can use less smoke. You can roll smaller joints and be able to get the same, giant power hits out of it. What's cool about it too is if you sit it down or you smoke by yourself, it'll go out by itself and self-extinguish, which is a cool feature. You smoke in bed. You could use it in the bathtub. I like smoking in the shower, and this sure beats poking a hole in a cup and trying to smoke a joint in there. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's done that, but the Power Hitter is perfect for that. Jacuzzis, hot tubs, skiing, golfers like it because it's inconspicuous. They could just duck behind and.
Well, yeah, it doesn't look like a bong, for one thing.
No, not at all. And back in the day, people kept them in their cars. I wouldn't recommend driving and smoking, but, to each their own.
So you said, tell us about the development of this product.
Well, it was originally came back out in the 70s and 80s. It was immensely popular. They sold millions of these things and just kind of fell into obscurity. And I went looking for these things, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I went to the OG manufacturers, and they weren't making them anymore, and talked with them about bringing it back. And I spent considerable time and resources to make myself the perfect Power Hitter because I spent about $250 on a couple of them on eBay, and my wife was a little pissed. The originals. And I go, this is crazy. I bought a knockoff, and I put it in the joint in there. It fell off and burned a hole in the bottom. And I just, I knew there's a market for these things. If someone's going to bid up to $250, I figured, there's going to be a shot. So I updated it with modern materials to make sure, there's never going to be a cherry burn hole in the bottom of these. Cherries could fall off, and it'll last a lifetime. It's kind of cool. We're starting to see multi-generational users coming through our social media, like grandfathers that passed it down to their sons, and they're handing it down to their kids. We have a couple guys on there where the dad has one, and the kid got one new one of ours, and they power hit together on Instagram. It's great.
Nice. Yeah. Family that plays together stays together. Is that the way it works?
That's the way it works.
You came out with this about 2-3 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah, I did a test market. I want to make sure the project was viable, and I want to make sure everybody loved these things as much as I did. And I made a short run of them, took them to the Cannabis Cup in California and sold them all. And I figured, okay, I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to start doing it, start building
Right.
power hitters. Yeah, and I'm glad people love this as much as I do because they're flying off the shelves now, and it's actually been named one of the top 10 quarantine cops by High Times for this year because it's a safe way to smoke and share and still be socially distanced and not pass germs.
How have smoke shops and dispensaries, are you in dispensaries as well? Smoke shops.
Yeah,
How
we're
have they reacted to the product?
they're reacting really well to it. It really depends. Dispensaries depends on jurisdiction. Some have to have a separate parcel to be able to sell the product.
Hmm.
In some jurisdictions, they're able to bundle pre rolls and cannabis or CBD with the power hitter. So it's a great cross sell and upsell for the dispensaries. The head shops and smoke shops are definitely picking up on it, and reorders have actually been really, really quick.
How
So,
many shops do you think you're in now?
oh gosh, probably over 1,000 at this point.
Wow, well, that's
Yeah,
pretty good. That's a lot.
yeah, we're moving. Yeah, it's
Is it? You said multi-generational. Is there an educational aspect to this? If it's in a smoke shop, I mean, do 20 somethings come in there and say, "Hey, do you have the power hitter, or is it what is that? What is that thing?"
yeah, that's pretty much it. When people see these, online, they're go, where does the smoke come from? Is it magic? Well,
Yeah.
and then we're seeing a lot of people, showing how to use it on our Instagram page at Power Hitter Co. And you could go in there and you see everybody using it. The 20 somethings are picking up on it really quickly. When we launched, it was we're getting some notoriety because people were using it, and people, I hate getting past the slobbery joint. I hate being at a party and being one of those people who gets, the blunt after, there's
Yeah.
lip gloss on it and stuff. And it's just, I don't like cooties. And they picked up on it right away on that aspect. And they've really picked up on it for, it's fun to party with, number one. And
Mm.
number two, they're seeing us all over social media. So the 20 somethings are embracing it, which is great.
Well, it's not like it's a complicated product to use. So there's
No.
other than the educational aspect is just, hey, check this out.
Yeah, for the shops, we have a couple different things for them. We have posters that they put on the wall that has the instructions on it. We have these really cool little 4x6 rack cards that don't take up a lot of space. It just folds open. You can put it on the shelf and shows people how to use it. So the educational process of the people who go, what the hell is that thing? Pretty much gets accomplished right away just from our point of sale materials.
So is it a product that you've was a slam dunk? We figured out how to make this and make it work right out of like you said, right out of the box, and now you've got a product and there's nothing else to do with it.
Well, I'm always looking at new things to do with it. We're looking at, ancillary items like rollers and papers
Sure.
and phones and the like, all the obvious things, because the power hitter is iconic, and we want to have some iconic products to go with it. I'm always tinkering around, so you never know what's going to happen next.
But you can't really do anything to improve on it itself.
You can't really improve on our already perfect product.
Right.
And I really wanted to tip my hat to the original design, keep it as close as I can. I made some adjustments with it besides the material. I wanted to make sure it hit time and time again. Every time you hit, I wanted to make sure it goes back. The squishy I learned is called shore hardness. So I wanted to have a good shore hardness when I was working with the factory that it'll just come back into place and hit year after year after year after year. I want to have this one 50 years like I had my original one.
Yeah. Well, for shops, they're probably not going to see too many returns for that.
No, they're not going to see any returns for these. And one of the